Hello. Thank you for waiting and coming back after that. I don't know what was up with that. I couldn't see my I couldn't see the chat. It was just like logging out and logging back in. But hello. I'm glad you can hear me. I'm glad everything is working. I'm assuming you can see my screen. You can see me. You can hear everything okay. Which means everything is working, and I'm using the brand new laptop that arrived yesterday. The MacBook here. You can probably tell, like, my mouse cursor is different. It gets a little big when I do that now. So new stuff. Yay. Everything seems to be working fantastically. They're like working with video and everything has been fantastic. I wrote this last night just to make sure I could write music in it. Works perfectly fine. I did some sound design the other day as well. Let me fade this out really quick. Here we go. Oh, check that out. All right, so we don't need this track anymore. I just had that playing in Ableton because I didn't have it set up in Streamlabs just yet. But I can show you what I did yesterday as a like sound design practice really quick. I worked on that. Remember that clip of Destiny with the sniper rifle sound in it that we did with only mouth sounds as a suggestion from Kai. I was like, that could be kind of fun to just append some stuff to. So I added this little extra group here, which sounds like this. And I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. And then with the other layer that we did previously, which was this, it came together quite nicely into something kind of neat. So that was just like a 30-minute practice or whatever, just to make sure I could do what I wanted to. I made sure I had all the essential plugins and all that good stuff. I don't have everything yet, but I've got most of the sound design stuff. And it was just kind of fantastic to work through this because like this clip right here is like super stretched out and everything. And it just happened, like it just worked. Also, Addie, I'm gonna hydrate for you. There you go. Thank you. I was actually parched, so that was perfect timing. But yeah, I was able to like stretch some stuff. Like I did this, which was out of my Nintendo Switch carrying case. I just tried to do as like much as I could to things that would destroy my old computer, and it just runs fantastically. So that's good news. But enough about that old stuff. We should get right into what we were working on today, which is a clip from Overwatch. Also, like, notice how I'm switching between projects and all that stuff. Fantastic. Also, computer's super quiet. We can record things, and oh, it's a dream right now. So, having a good time. But yeah, so we're redesigning this clip from Overwatch, which is of one of my favorite characters, Ana, I believe is how it's pronounced. Um, Eric, fun question. Do you have a fart sound on hand? I don't have one on hand, but I have the internet available to me, so we can browse. I can just do that now. Like if I open Chrome while I'm streaming, it's not gonna explode my computer. So redeem it if you dare, and we will go. Oh, here we go. All right, it's done. The deed is done. We'll search for some fart sounds once I finish explaining what we're doing. Um, yeah, we have this clip from Overwatch. I'll just play it really quick. Anna's one of my favorite characters, so I like I like the way that she looks. I love the gun that she's got, the way that she plays and everything. I haven't played Overwatch in a while, but I think it'll be fun to do some work on this. Um, but first thing is first. Now we have to find a fart sound. So let me log into Freesound here real quick, if I can remember my password. Is it this one? I think it was. It's just taking a second to log in. Oh, whoops. Ah, nice. Okay, it got me. Perfect. So I can try and drag this window in here. Excuse me. Maybe I need to, let's do this. And then, no. What if we do this? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now we've got, you can, revealed. Oh no, he's using a Mac. But let's just type in fart sound. Do you have any specific requests for your fart sound, Kai? Because this is yours. This is your fart sound. Oh gosh, warning, this sound may be inappropriate for some users. That's always fantastic to hear. Relaxing fart while watching TV. Oh. Oh. That just sounds like a gurgle. Never underestimate the power of a well-timed fart. That's very true. Needs a big transient. Okay, so we're not doing relaxing fart. That's not transient enough. Whoopee cushion kind of works, but I don't know, Kai. Do you want an authentic fart, or are you satisfied with the whoopee cushion? Oh, jeez. Toilet fart? Oh, maybe that works. Do we want to go with that one? The toilet fart 11.wave. Let me know if you want to go with that one, because I'm kind of feeling that one. It's very transient. It's got a good transient on it. I can't deny that. Either that or the whoopee cushion. Okay, I'm partial to toilet fart 11.wave. So we're gonna go with this one. We'll download it, and all right. I don't need to read those, but we'll rate this 5 stars. Thank you. I fart in your general direction for posting that. Now, question is, how do I get this into live? Here we go. I think that works. Current project, we can just drop it right in there. Perfect. And you do that, and now we're back. Okay, I'm sure there's a simpler way I can go about doing that. But I'm not sure about all of the shortcuts and all that stuff yet. I'm still getting used to using the mouse on this thing because there's like weird mouse acceleration, and I've tried turning that on and off with different things, and the whole other story. Um, but we have our first piece of source material, and I'm about to put in our other pieces of source material that I gathered from the bathroom a few minutes ago. I just need to make sure that I know where I'm plugging this in. Plug it in right there. Does that work? I'm hoping that got it correctly in. Let me check. Oh, we don't need toilet fart anymore. Yes, there it is. Perfect. So, let's see. I recorded some stuff in my bathroom about 15 minutes ago. And we can use some of that stuff as well, like some drawers and some whatchamacallit, the fan. I have there's like a ceiling fan type of light thing in there. It's very strange, but we can use that for like a whoosh or something. I want this to be very cinematic. So that's what we're going with today. Excuse me. There we go. So what should we start with? I think this is pretty much already broken up for us. We have three or four different little sections here. We've got the little click of her, loading in the next shot, and some like a whoosh into her tightening her finger on the trigger, and then the zoom in on her eye as she's, about to take the shot, and then the actual shot. So there's those four different sections that we can work with, which is it's nice that it's so broken up, but it happens very quickly. Like it's 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't spend a lot of we can't put a lot of detail into each group of sounds. But speaking of, let's just get right on that and say this one. My memory served me right from about 2 seconds ago. The first one was loading shot. And then the next one was the trigger. Oops. And then the next one. Oh, can I mute these? Get out of here, Zach. I wonder if is there a good way to mute notifications for like a while? Because that would be fantastic. I don't want someone possibly saying something incriminating to me. There's the trigger, and then there's the let's call it the eye zoom, and then there's the actual shot. So I think if we want to use the fart, I'm gonna make Anna as small as I can. Put her up here. I think if we want to use the fart, it would work best in the shot group. So let's start there. Give us some tracks to work with. And we'll just start with this fart sound. Cannot be read. Maybe corrupted or not licensed. Uh-oh. Well, let's try and get that fart sound again. I almost just Googled fart sound instead of free sound. I wonder what was wrong with it. Oh, whoops, that's the wrong one. Well, now I've got an extra fart sound. Go in folder. Okay. No available windows. Perfect. Yeah, I think whatever file that they uploaded doesn't really work. Yeah, because that's a different fart. Okay. So let's grab that whoopee cushion then as a backup. Hopefully that works. There it goes. Cool. So we've got the whoopee cushion now. Unfortunately, yeah, we can't use that amazing fart sound. But now we've got the whoopee cushion to work with, which I think will be equally as good. So let me listen to what it sounds like again. Fantastic. Okay. Yeah, this could definitely, we could use this in multiple spots actually. We could try and push it and try and use it in each one of these. I think there's different bits in here that we could use. Yeah, okay. So my first thought is we can fade it out a bit, warp it, and pitch it down. You try complex pro. That's very gloopy. Maybe it doesn't need to be this long. We can time stretch it a bit. Okay. Then I'm certain we could drum bust this quite a bit, which means we can make it longer because I'm going to be messing with the transient knob down here. Turn up the crunch quite a bit. We could probably set it to medium. I'm just going to reduce that a bit. And then I might just duplicate drum bus a couple times. That can happen if the file format doesn't play well with live. It can be finicky. Lots of stuff on Freesound is 16-bit, which is generally a no-go for live stuff. Good point. I didn't think about that, but you're totally right. Thank you for that. That makes a lot of sense. So drum bus here is giving us quite a bit of punch to this whoopee cushion. I'm wondering if we can just keep duplicating it and see what happens. Okay, that's where it kind of gets too far. Let's turn up the dampening on these because I don't really want to lose any frequencies. I'm a fan of how that sounds. Let me just bring this down so we don't like blow out our eardrums. Oh, a door slam would be a good idea, which, funnily enough, I have not necessarily a door slam, but I closed a drawer in my bathroom that we could definitely use for this kind of transient parts. This is sort of filling out the lows and the low mids. I want to keep working with it though. Yeah. There's a little hair on my screen. All right. I think this might be too much. Okay, I can dig that. It just compresses it a little bit. Yeah, that's cool. It's still got a little bit of dynamicism. It's got some dynamics too. I always try and think of whatever that word is. I give up. But let's throw. I sent you a fart from the free GDC library. Oh, all right. Well, don't mind if I do. Oh, yes. Give me that. Okay, that's going to go into the project folder. Where did it go? There it is. I've been trying to mark things so I can actually like navigate a bit more quickly through Finder and stuff, which has been useful. But I've only had this for about 24 hours, so. Oh, come on, I uploaded it here. Is it not showing up? Bathrooms. To use me. Maybe I go into Finder and I go into my Ableton projects. Don't worry, I don't have any NDA business that you can look at. Yeah, it's in there. Let me bring that over there. We can bring back live. We'll just, yeah, it's up there now. Cool. Let me see what this was again. Oh wait, I mean the timing of it is impeccable with the zoom. So where's the eye zoom? Let's throw that up there. We'll touch on that in a minute. We'll touch on that in a minute. I want to keep finishing up this whoopee cushion, but we're gonna get a good eye zoom with that one. Let me move Anna a bit to the side there. Anna. Is it Anna or Anna? Let me know. Okay, I want to distort that a bit. And thankfully I got all of the Sound Toys stuff, which is practically all I use. I'm interested to see what Devil Lock sounds like on it. Yeah, that's too aggressive, I think, because Anna's not a very like aggressive kind of character. So I think this will be good. We throw like an auto filter on it just to filter out some of the highs. Yeah, we'll stick with that for sort of that punchy, boomy low end. And we don't need it to be super loud. I'm interested if we could probably... Okay. We could get rid of some of the frequencies in there, maybe. Okay. Cool. I am wondering what we can use for more of the shot to make it feel like it's, you know, shooting a syringe out. That's what she's doing, right? And it is kind of like sci-fi-y and stuff, so you can add some like kind of sounds in there. Let me drag in the first kind of file here of stuff that I recorded. Actually, no, wait, I want the second one because that's with all the good stuff in there. Yeah. So we can see me like moving the mic. That was like some foamy stuff that I had. Recorded my toilet. So we might use that for like a riser or something throughout the whole thing. These are like some little clicks and stuff of a cap that I had. Yeah, I want to use some of this, which is like a little guard to a razor. Where's the... Still down here? Yeah, there we go. So this is the drawer. That's a comb. Yeah, so let's use like these two. They sounded pretty nice. So we'll grab this, move that down to the other track here. And the other bit that we wanted was this. Move that down to this track just to keep things organized. We'll scooch everything here over just so we don't need to look at it. Process the toilet bowl refill for a little more sci-fi texture in the tail layer. It's got a natural decay and it's pretty interesting drone layer. You know what? You make a very good point. Let's grab that. We've got some pieces now to work with. So I think this will work like a good thump. It's a little resonant on that one. I'd prefer it to be a little less, which I think this one is. Let's throw this on, hold on. Let me move this track up there. We can turn it off and minimize it. So I'm just trying to keep things organized here so I'm not like processing a bunch of random things. This. Yeah, okay. I think what we want to start with doing with this one is just pitching it down maybe. We can crank the volume on it a bit. And this one I think is one that I want to like distort, sort of not beyond recognition, but to get more of the mids in there. Yeah, something like that. Can turn up the brightness a bit. Let me see just together. I'd rather this to come after that. Okay. We could run it through like an amp to get more of an explosive kind of feeling. Yeah, I think that's more what I want. You can try different presets here. Yeah, let's turn that down. I'm interested if we warp it there, we pitch it back up. I liked it before when it was still down in pitch. So we can use that as like a little bit of a thump. We can come back to it. Okay. Let's process this toilet because that's what's giving me ideas at the moment. Thinking about like running this through grain delay as a start, pitching it down just a bit with the grain delay, and turn the time down. Oh, whoops. Okay, well, this is pretty neat. I wonder if we could like automate the pitch on this to go down, if that would sound cool. Oh man, okay. Still getting used to this mouse kind of stuff because sometimes it just feels very like jittery. Not exactly sure why. Let's move that forward a bit. We could honestly cut that. Yeah, let's work with that then. I'm a fan of how that sounds. Oh my gosh, come on. There we go. Sometimes it feels like the scroll wheel doesn't work for some reason. There's a lot of weird mouse issues that I think I'm having that I need to do some further research into. Okay, so this can start a bit earlier. We're unfortunately going to have to cut it off pretty early, but that's okay. Yeah, that kind of works for like it has like almost a bit of slowdown in there, so it'll act almost like as a cinematic kind of whoosh in a way. Which I think is kind of neat. So I really want something kind of like hollow, I think, and like kind of that kind of sound. So I think what I might do is with this, mess with the pitch on this. And then we can take this, reverse it. Give it a second to reverse because it's reversing the whole thing. Duplicate it and reverse it back. If it would like to, there it goes. So I want something along these lines. Forget, is this crossfade? Yes. So I don't know if I want so much of a lead in on that. We can take that and then there you go. I'm slowly but surely remembering that, you know, command is pretty similar to control. What do we want to do to make this kind of thumpy and hollow? My first thought is we add a notch, or not a notch, but is that a notch? I always think of notch as like going up. I also keep absolutely decimating my mic by bumping into it, and I'm very sorry about that. Actually, I'm gonna readjust it for a second. There we go. So that should hopefully stay where it is. Um, because I know Filter Freak here has like a whatever BRF means, band reverse frequency. I don't know. But I think that sounds kind of cool. I might do that. God, adding in animation nodes is so weird. It feels so sticky. Like I'm moving my mouse down right now and it just doesn't do it. What if we... Oh, that's right. My friend Zach is on the way to my house. So I will respond to him and say, okie dokie, artichoke. Let me know when you're here and I can drop on down. And then I look for a way to can I why isn't there not just a way to like mute notifications in general? Oh, I think I'm 2 blocks away. Okie dokie. Ah, gotcha. Then I can be ready to head down in a second. So yeah, I will go meet up with my buddy Zach for a second because he's dropping off a birthday gift actually for me. My birthday was about a week ago. So, but I haven't been able to see him because, you know, going outside and stuff is not really advisable. I'm wondering if I can hit like notifications. If I can just type that in and say, What? Is there not just a way to turn on Do Not Disturb? Weird. Oh yeah, hi Rock. This is the new computer. New fancy schmancy business. Uh and I'm trying to figure out how to turn off my notifications so you don't see my buddy Zach there. But he's telling me I need to come down and meet him. So I'll be back in just a second. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Thank you for waiting. Um, the greatest package just arrived from my friend Zach here. Uh, he gave me 72 kazoos of all different shapes and sizes and colors. I think some of them seem a little bit smaller. Um, so yeah, we've got 72 kazoos now to work with. And then he got me some socks with Momo on it, which I think is very cute. So I'm a big fan of Momo. So I'm gonna put these over to the side. You're sorted for life. I am. I will never need another kazoo in my life. I want to break these socks here. I have a pair of scissors somewhere. Wow. So the fun never ends. Inside the socks were little lychee gummy candies. About like 20 of them. So I'm gonna eat one of these right now because that sounds really freaking good. Not enough cowbell though. I mean, we can add cowbell. I have that. Oh yeah, that is a good little candy right there. All right, so we've got new source material that we can work with if we start running out of ideas. Let's add some curves to this. I wonder if we try just like a band pass. Eh, I think, yeah, this little like notch is kind of the coolest out of all of them. Oh man, that lychee candy was really good. It makes me want like just all of them at once. I gotta hold myself back. I think this will be cool. I might just kind of go crazy with drum bus again. We don't need that little katink at the end. Who knows? Maybe we do actually, because the when she fires, the barrel kind of recoils a bit and then comes back. So that might work. We can try and see what that sounds like. It's a little out of time, but I think it could work if we just did a little smushing. We just like shoved it in there and I remembered. Oh gosh. There we go. Maybe it's too much to smush. This makes me want to add in like a little airy sound, which I know we had in here with this little foam kind of sound. So let's grab that. We can bump on over here to the project. Maybe this does need to not have as much at the end of it. Maybe make it a little earlier. And then we bring it down in volume. It's kind of overpowering. This is a maybe layer, I think. I like this as like a little bit of a noise kind of thing in there. I like that. Yeah, it adds that little like, because what I'm imagining the mechanics of this gun being like is like there's some sort of pressurized air or something that is like kind of sending the syringe or the capsule or whatever she fires through the actual barrel and stuff. So I think I want that kind of sound of the air, like blowing out the sides of the muzzle, because you can see it's got like some open holes in the side. And it also kind of compresses a bit. So I'd imagine there's air coming out of wherever that little seam is, probably like in here. So a little bit of some air rushing type of sounds I think would fit. And I think this just needs something a bit more impactful, like a kick drum or something. So why don't we just do that? Or we could get creative. Let's try and I always use a kick drum. Let's try and not do that. Let's try and breed some creativity with limitations. I'm a big proponent of that. Kind of like you come up with your best ideas, when you have nothing to work with. Sometimes it's kind of like a torturous process. But like with that, that Destiny 2 sniper rifle sound, I was pretty happy with how that turned out, and it was just using my mouth sounds. Right now we're using a fart sound up here, and it's kind of adding a good, chunk to the sound. So I'm liking these limitations that we're having. And I think just to make this impactful, drum bus and use it as a transient shaper. It's a little resonant, which I remember mentioning earlier, so we can try and find that. I think it's there. Let's put a notch in there. Yeah, just about. Got it. Okay, there we go. So just got rid of that little resonant bit in there. And we could honestly Oh, hold on. Can I do that? No, what button do I have to hold down to do that? Ah, okay, so option does that now. Perfect. So now we've got like a little bit of a kick drum type thing. Um, I don't want too many of those highs in there. Okay, that works. I wonder if I'm really just gonna work on what's the button to do this? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I think that sounds good enough for a kick drum. Um, Not entirely sure if it's going to be super impactful because it might be just missing some low end. And we can just kind of do this too. And then I'm going to be honest. I'm just going to throw saturator on there and put soft clip on there. And then we can just bring down the output gain a bit. And now it's, now you've got plenty of headroom and it still feels fairly impactful. I don't think we need it to be that aggressive. I also am going to, put another EQ on there and filter out some of those highs that are coming in from the soft clip. Cool. So now we've got a pretty impactful like little kick in there. We can probably shove it about there. We can probably just start turning some stuff up. Maybe we didn't need to. I want this to have a little bit more spit to it. I'm going to turn down the stereo of the reverb so that it can be a bit more focused sounding and feel more like air than like a reverb. I like using reverb almost as like a tool to design sounds with. Because a lot of the time, like, I used to think of just reverb as like you only use it to put stuff in, a room. You only use stuff to make it sound large. Um, but after, figuring out what some of the knobs and stuff in here do, it's turned out that I enjoy reverb a lot more as like a sound design kind of tool more than anything. I think we need like a little bit of a click before the actual firing, which I think we can just move this back. That'll be perfect. I think I'm also gonna take a tangent here. And I know, what am I looking for? I'm looking for an 808. I know there's one in here. You can't hide from me. Yeah, there we go. So I want this 808 in there, and I just don't want the click in the beginning. We can just fade it in a bit. And then I'm going to warp it and turn on, do Complex Pro for the algorithm there. Um, and I want to go into the clips automation or the transposition and just pitch it down a bit as a sort of like slow mo, like classic movie thing. Sometimes I like to keep my subharmonic content in mono. It helps leave room for all your cool designed elements while still maintaining the chest thump of the kick. You know what? You are so right. I didn't even think about that because this is a stereo recording. I'm so used to working with mono, just stuff to begin with. I can mono out the bass with utility there. About there is good. And then I think on here, whoops, I keep pressing W on accident, which does that. I can mono out the bass on this thing as well. I don't think anything else is really bassy besides, the 808 here that we're working with. It's supposed to kind of go down in tone, but it's not quite doing it as I'd wanted it to. There we go. Just had to bring it up an octave. And so with that, I also kind of want to, with sub kind of things, I like to just put a little bit of saturation on it to help bring it out in those like low mid. That just makes it, to me, a little bit more audible. I might put this after the kick so we're not, blocking those frequencies from this thing. Oh, totally. It's one of the weirdest things about working in live. My default track just has a deactivated EQ8 and utility on it since I forget all the time. That's smart. I've thought about setting up like a default track. But I'm not, I always get kind of nervous. I'm like, do I want this on all of my tracks? Yo, the sound design section has been quiet lately. It's full of my Sega Genesis tunes. Oh, I mean, those are great. I've been digging those whenever you post them. But, are you talking about the audio channel specifically in the JDE chat? Because I haven't been super active in that chat since graduation to begin with. But I'm glad that you're keeping it alive because someone's got to do it. the more that you're posting in there, the more other people are like, oh wow, I didn't know there was more to music than just writing it. I didn't know there was more to audio and all that stuff. Are you working in the industry yet? No, question mark. I have a couple of freelance gigs that I'm working on at the moment, but I am not. I'm not working, I guess, full time or any of that. It's a couple of gigs here and there that I have. They're not keeping me afloat or anything, so it's still more of just like a side thing at the moment, job wise at least. Which I'm working towards getting it to be a full time type of thing. I would love to have a job in the industry and all of that stuff, but hasn't happened yet. Still working on it. Trying my hardest to get that done as soon as possible. I would really love a gig, or at least to not have an application instantly denied. So I'm working on it. It's getting there, slowly but surely. It's getting there. I think I'm pretty happy with how the shot is sounding right now. Cause I'm kind of getting a little tired of working on it. So I'm going to work on this little zoom here with the fart that Kai sent over. This whole shebang. We can get this working for us a lot harder than it needs to. We can filter out some of those highs, I think. Cool, I've been thinking about being a freelance composer, but I first need some help becoming a music theory geek. Anyone you know in the Discord that can help with that? I'm trying to remember if Max is in the Discord, because Max is great with music theory. But I don't know if Max is in that Discord or not. I don't believe he is. Just checking really quick. Oh no, he is. Yeah. So if you see Max Duggan, he's really good at music. Definitely worth asking him. I also know some music theory, not a ton of like advanced music theory, but there's resources all over the internet. There's the classic like Jacob Collier. He's in the microtones and all that stuff. And then I'm sure like once you Google search Jacob Collier once, you'll get as many and you get way more music theory videos than you'd ever want in your YouTube recommended. Great source material. Yeah. Shout out to Kai for sending me this amazing little fart sound here. We'll pass to slow it down, or you could grab a rolling ball sound. If I had a sound like that, I would use it. I don't have one on me at the moment. But we can get this sounding very, very, very good. We can stretch it out a bit. I just want it to fit sort of that, section right here. Because it is kind of a quick little section of the clip. It's like less than, half a second or so. Oh, true. Andrew Hong does have a good intro to theory. I haven't watched it, but I've heard good things about it. He's got a great, I forget if it's like one 30-minute video or if it's like a series of videos. But yeah, Andrew Hong is great. Those videos are awesome. My first thoughts right now are just to OTT this. And then to run it through, what was it, grain delay. And we can get grain delay to make it sound very like sci-fi and whooshy, most likely. Yeah, so we just automate the pitch on there. Let me make this track bigger, and I made it smaller on accident. We just like make this huge. If we do like this, and we have it keep going down just a tad there, we can bring this up a bit. If you get a rolling ball sound, you can low pass it and play it alongside some white noise with an envelope driven flanger. Trying to just imagine how that would sound. I think that would work. I like the idea of using a flanger. I'm gonna try that. This is getting kind of somewhere. All right, I've always hated the flanger in Ableton, so we'll go back to Phase Mistress. Actually, we're not going to use Phase Mistress. We're going to do Micro Shift, and then we're going to mono it, or we're going to sum it to mono. Really kind of figure out how to turn that off. I know I can mute the conversation and yeah, for 1 hour. There we go. So I went to music school for 6 years and have taught orchestra basic music theory for 7. My biggest thoughts on theory is knowing what key signature and time signatures are. Yes, those are very important things. Utility and summit to mono. What? I muted those notifications. I remind me tomorrow. Man, I'll figure that out for next time. I'm tempted to put just another OTT after this. No, never mind. Too much. I usually recommend envelope flangers since a normal knob flanger just leaves the phase sweep up to the RNG gods. That's true. I don't think I have one of those at the moment. Um, and if you want to know how to do chord progressions, which is what a lot of composers think theory is, watch videos and read up on the names of chords and what has been written. Great composer does not imitate; he steals. Yes, that's the whole shebang to it. Is like just see what other people are doing and then do that, but you know, twist it around. Come on. People are going to start knowing what I'm sending to people. Sent them a very funny video this morning. For the flanger and Melda audio. Oh man, I've been hearing Melda all over the place. I'll look into it. I'll look into the Melda stuff. I'm also going to look into notifications. How can I turn off notifications? Can I just like mute notifications for a bit? I'm sure there's a way. I would be surprised if there wouldn't be a way. Um, but for right now, I'll just turn off the notifications for Messenger and I'll turn them back on later. But I have to tell Zach that yes, I did open and show off the socks. Big TY, brother, I ate one on stream. I've been hearing a lot of stuff about Melda though. I've been meaning to look into those. Again, I've already, this whole shebang that I'm working on was sort of my, my purchase for like the next century. So may not have the ability to get anything new. But I'll see if they have some free stuff because that'd be fantastic. What can I do to this? This is. I think we've gone too far. I think I'm overthinking it. I think I need to just go into the clip and then do some pitch. Oh, excuse me, pitch transposition. Meld has a bunch of free plugins in a bundle. It's real nice. Good to know. I know what I'm doing after the stream then. I'm gonna play around with some plugins. Oh, whoops. I keep pressing the wrong keys to do things. I'm wondering how this would sound instead of going down, it would go up. And then we just grab the whole thing and it could go higher than that, right? Maybe not that high. But let's do like 2 octaves maybe. We can add just a bit of a curve. end a little bit sooner. Yeah. Yeah, that sounded good. What is the intention for the zoom in? Oh, also sorry, Aaron. If you try to post a link, I don't think my Twitch allows you to do that. But if you have me on like Slack or something, feel free to DM that to me. What is the intention for the zoom in? I want it to feel God, I can like think about it in my head, but I can't vocalize it. I want it to feel very not cinematic, but intentful. Like it's full of intent. Oh, there you go. there's your little Slack notification. I want it to feel full of intent, like because Anna is like aiming very true, and I want it to also feel like you're getting some of the sounds of like the gun and the like weird mechanical whirs and stuff in there, um, which makes me want to put in a drill. I have Donde. Oh, whoops, wrong folder. Oh. Yeah, we can use this. Pitch it up maybe so it's a little shorter. We could probably just make it shorter like that. Yeah. Well, actually, instead of doing that, I should just I should warp it. I want to keep that like pitch span, right? Yeah, I like it overlapping a little bit with the previous clip, just as a way to bridge the gap between the two clips. This is like cool, but I'll leave it as like a subtle layer in there. Maybe we can find a better use for Kai's fart later on. Hmm. It could it could work just as some lows. I think it would work better if it went down in pitch instead. And we just started it like an octave higher. Yeah. It just feels a bit too rough, I think. It makes me want to throw like reverb on it at 100% dry wet. It's like a little bit of a whoosh now. Oh, automating a low pass or a high pass. I might do that on the drill actually. I would like to do that so it kind of matches that curve there. Bit too much at the end there. Come on, there we go. Making small adjustments never seems to want to work with this mouse movement. Yeah, Yeah, I like that. That's kind of cool. It's a little subtle, but I dig it. Try delay, not just reverb. That could be a cool like. I don't know what that means. Me going, but that's what I'm imagining is going to sound like. Yeah. The short delays always give that kind of like metallic tone to it, I think. That's a bit too much. I like it around like 150. Sounds like there's like a click or something over here. I don't know if there's just something I can't see. Does your delay have a filter on it? It does. Also, Kai told me to hydrate. Thank you for that. I almost forgot. Yeah, the delay has a filter on it, which is this whole shebang right here. You thinking we should filter out the lows? That's kind of what I'm thinking. Highs if you don't like the metallic sound. Oh. Oh, it's behind your picture so you can't see. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so this little thingy right here is the delay. Oh, that does sound actually kind of cool doing that. I might do one of these just to get a little bit more of that resonant bit out of there, or out, like out as in prominent, not out as in removed. I think I might scooch this a little earlier. Oh man, this it's so quick. What a quick clip. You can match the band pass to your filter sweep on the drill. Ah, you're saying like do one of these. It's kind of there. I kind of hear it, but it seems like it's getting a bit too subtle, right? Like at that point, no one's really gonna hear it after we add some other stuff in. Because I want this to like have a start and an end kind of a click to it, which I was gonna take from this little dude. Zoom out instead of just scrolling like a madman. Where was that fun stuff? Yeah, this whole shebang here. I want to grab this and throw it in as like some little clickies and stuff that are happening. I think we could take this, be honest, we could take this and just like duplicate it a couple times. And on these things just like move the playhead around. we just get kind of a little conglomeration of little in there. We see what this sounds like. Shorten that a bit. Yeah, that's kind of, it's along the lines of what I want. I'm gonna be a bit picky about it though. I'm gonna make one of them more intentional. Oops, I wanted to warp that. These are all quite quiet. I might just boost them up and then mess with the fader on the track a bit. And then I'm gonna duplicate this and then pitch it up more. And then move the playhead a tad. Let's try Complex Pro. Yeah, just so it gets a bit more of an intentional ending to it. So it's like a more of a kind of thing instead of just. Also, I don't know, hand movements, they're a thing. I think that sounds all right. We can leave that there for now. So what's the trigger bit here? Is just she kind of grabs it and then tightens her hand a little bit. Okay, that should be pretty simple actually. We have in here, I think I have it under household sounds. That's already perfect actually. There's a bit in there that I love. These are me. These little cable twist sounds are me grabbing some like power cables and stuff and just kind of twisting them. I wasn't using them. They were kind of trash, so I wasn't trying to break anything. But this kind of pitched down and filtered a bit, I think would feel good. I don't have any leather on me because that's what I want to use right now. Is like I would love to have something made of leather and then kind of grip that. Yeah, I'm just thinking if I have some and I don't. Yeah, that works. I'm gonna compress it so it's not so dynamic. And then we can just kind of bring it up a bit. And we don't need that to be super loud. Because I want to throw in some like little mechanical kind of sounds in there, which I can grab from, yeah, in here, like little Nerf gun sounds. Yeah, that was good. At the end of this one, we can take this, pitch it up a bit. You could even probably deal with pitching it up a bit more. And I want it to be a little, just a smidge metallic. I don't know if I have anything along the lines of what I want. Maybe that works. Probably grab like just one of these little clicks. You could probably fade it in. It's very interesting because we don't have a lot of space to work with. I think that's also fine. Maybe there's I want like a little bit of a very high frequency like ink kind of sound. Oh wait, at the end of this was perfect. This maybe it was this. Yeah, this thing. I don't need it to have that little rattle at the end. It's very like very high frequency, so it will cut through. Also, I'm just experimenting when I'm doing that kind of like pitching it down 48 semitones. I'm I'm like so curious when it comes to just how things sound pitched up and down that like I'll just grab something and I know I want to pitch it down like 2 semitones, but I'll just throw it down like 20 just to see what it sounds like and then throw it back. So usually not very serious kind of experiments, but I like to just see what happens. Hmm. It's not exactly what I want. I'm trying to think, how do I get this to be what I want it to be like? I'm curious. Maybe I have to reverse it. Try an actual trigger sound. I would if I had one. I I don't have a lot to work with. Um I don't have any libraries that I've downloaded off of the internet. I don't have any actual like guns with that I own. Um I have those Nerf guns, but I don't know. It's never really been something that I want. Maybe I'm perfectly okay with people using like library sounds. There's nothing wrong with it, and I wish I kind of used them more. Um, but I don't know. It's just never really been something that I liked. I get kind of choice paralysis in a way. Add some white noise element. Oh, you're right. Yeah, maybe this isn't gonna work then. And I like the white noise idea. I have, where are they? Let me grab like a little short white noise clip, and I want to do like that. And how do I want to handle this? I need to zoom in more so I can actually move these around. Let me filter these a bit. Or EQ them, I guess. That's not the right folder. There we go. I don't need all these like lows. Could automate that. It starts like here-ish. And if it would move, oh my god. Yeah, that kind of works. Pitch down. Pitching down the white noise, wouldn't that just still be the same thing? Guess not, if it is rendered out like that. See how it sounds. I think that sounds cool. We can A/B it a bit. I think that's cool. Like these two together. They kind of work. Yeah. I'm gonna compress them all a bit just to glue them together. Whoops, oopsie, I did something. Okay, there we go. I am curious about what like a trigger sound would sound like. Sorry for bumping the mic there. These are interesting little clicks and sounds and stuff. I'm assuming I have to do like gun trigger to get stuff. Oh, what if we get like the sound of a revolver um like pulling the hammer back? Yeah, that kind of stuff. This may not work though because it's might be the wrong audio file type. Oh, no, there we go. Works. Nice. Let's see how this sounds with everything. Got a bit of a reverb tail to it that I'm not a fan of. It's quite loud. It's a little messy. But I like it very low like that. It adds just enough in the high frequencies that I think is worth it to keep this in there. Yeah, we can leave it with that. What time is it? Oh, wow. I was totally expecting it to be like 2:20 my central to my time, but it's like it's 2:40. We're running out of time. So we have to load the shot in here. Well, let's listen to everything so far. I think that'll be a nice like see what we've worked on so far. Be kind of proud of what we worked on. I think that, I mean, it's at least flowing together quite nicely. I could use like a whoosh or something from the trigger into the eye zoom. And overall, it could use like a riser or something. But this is looking pretty kind of neat. I'm gonna on the trigger here, because it feels a little weak. I'm gonna put little altar boy on it and just pitch it down octave. So we get that kind of thing, and we can just dry wet it a bit. Actually, I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna group it and then just create a dry chain in there. Those little clicks in the eye zoom are actually a lot more useful than I thought they would be. So let's then get this shot loaded in, and then we can do some little sweeteners and whatnot to, you know, mix it all together. I wasn't expecting to get super complete with this in 2 hours. This is definitely like a, you know, 5-10 hour long kind of full redesign, but for what we're getting done is a great base for a couple of hours. And thank you for all the suggestions. They've been really helpful. I love hearing about how other people would tackle the same thing. Like if anyone, you know, wants to message me and be like, "Yo, let's all take the same clip and redesign it." Take like a week and redesign the same clip, all of us, and then, you know, present it to each other after that week and see how different our redesigns are. That would be so much fun. I would love that. Just let me know and I will be like, yes, let's find a clip that we're all happy with. Let's all take a week and you know, not kill ourselves redesigning it, but, you know, take some time, not, you know, mess with each other's steez, and then come back and see how like we all tackle the same visuals. That'd be fun. Finding clips is the harder part for me. You know what? Now that I've been doing this a bit more, I've been kind of strapped for finding new clips. Um, I I like to try and find clips that aren't from the same like game or the same show or things like that again and again and again. Like I know I did a couple clips from Hilda, but that was because they were very short, and I don't really want to do any more Hilda ones because I feel like it would be super repetitive. But they're also super fun. So like in my free time, I would probably do some more of them. But on stream, I feel like they're sort of said and done, you know. There's one of these in here that I know is really good. It's very like clicky. Yeah, this one. I love using this one. It's like a little small. It's like a small little Nerf blaster, but it looks like a Nintendo zapper. Timing's a little off. I might want to pitch it up a bit. This can work. Whoops. Where did it go? There it is. My clip disappeared. So she like grabs it and yanks it back and it kind of jiggles a bit. It's got a lot of weight behind that animation. So let's grab one of the weightier ones. Yeah, let's grab that one. Good. Time this a bit better. I want to pitch it down, I think. Actually, what I want to do is duplicate it and then pitch it down. That's enough for like plasticky bits. We could use some more metallic kind of sliding sounds. Though Rock, if you want to do that, you could grab some people maybe from the Slack and I mean, I could find a clip. I could find a couple of clips, maybe find like three, 4, or 5, and then show them to everyone and be like, "Hey, which one do you want to do?" I totally bet people would be down. Maybe I'll put a post in what channels do we have? Maybe in like random. I could put a little post in random and see like who replies. That'd be a fun little experiment just to see how different people do the same thing. What can be like metallic-y? I wish I had like I wish I had like a Foley studio to be quite honest. But I'm just wondering if there's anything I could record. I don't think so. I'm gonna grab a knife sound then. I'm not gonna grab a knife. I'm just gonna grab the knife sound. Do you have a comb filter? I don't. I've been kind of dying for one because they get such cool sounds. A flanger or a comb might get the movement that you want, or might get what you want. Oh, okay. I see what you mean, and I'll try that. I could jerry rig a little comb filter. Um, oh, your ratchet music thing. Oh, this thing. Ugh. Sorry. Shorter headphone cable. Filter Freak doesn't have a comb. It doesn't really like. It kind of does. Like I can use Filter Freak 2, and I could use 2 of the little notches. I'm sure. Like I can use a couple of those, but that's as many bands as I can get. Also, this is a little ratchet thing my dad's talking about. It's a little too wooden, I think. If I hold the actual like wood together, it kind of works. But like shaking it, kind of get some cool sounds and stuff in there. But I don't know, it's not very inspiring. The two little notches in there kind of work though. I could do one of these on the whole thing there. Not inspired. Dad. Yeah, let's just leave it with that for now. I think I want to grab one of those. Yeah, let's grab this one and pitch it down a bit. And we can filter it just a smidge or EQ it because I don't want to get rid of too many of those highs. It sounds too much like a weird whoosh. I think maybe I should frequency shift this. Yeah, that's kind of getting what I want. I want a sound for her like grabbing it. I'm gonna put some tracks up at the top here. And then I think I might use like little clicks and stuff in here. I like that. That could be kind of cool for like the end. That makes it feel a little chunky. I'm digging these. These are kind of neat. Just shorten them a bit there. Maybe one of these would work for what I was looking for initially. We don't have as much of a tail on it. It could be kind of like a cool. Let's move it here. That's kind of how I'm feeling. Yeah, no, this is not gonna work because I think it's too quick to really like be pitching stuff down because it starts to just feel like a whoosh. Yeah, let's grab that and see what this sounds like as like a good like kind of grabbing sound. Make it really tight. Stretch it out a bit. Oh, wait. There we go. This is a scale. This is like a lamp, but it had like a grocery scale on it. I don't know why. It was just like a table lamp that had a scale on it. And it was old, so it was very like chunk when you'd push down on it. I think that kind of will be sick. And that's not really cutting it. So I'm tempted to, you know, actually listen. Oops. I'm tempted to actually listen to my dad and use a little ratchet thing, but not for like, not for this thing, but just to like shake it a bit. So I'm gonna do that really quick. Oh my God. Okay. You can hear me twice. Sorry. I'm gonna do that. So now you can only hear me once. If I do this, shouldn't be as much noise. let's just get like 5 of those. Oops. That last one was good. Oh my gosh, I'm just bumping stuff all over the place. Okay. So I should be quiet. And now I am loud again. I liked that last one. I like a lot of these, so we could just take these and start shuffling them around. This could be cool at the beginning. I like that maybe where it was at the end there. That already seems fine. Oh gosh, I did this again. I don't know how to undo that when I do it. So we'll just go back like this. I like that bit in there too. You can shove that to the beginning. We'll do one of these. And then all of those together from what we just got. Yeah, all right. That's kind of cool. I think it could use, it feels like it's missing some heft to it. But I might do that little altar boy thing again. Where you just slap it on there, pitch it down an octave. And it kind of needs a bit of a clack at the end. I'm digging that maybe. It's a bit too rattly. But I could use it really short. And then we could add like the tail of this. So we cut that out and just fade it in. Just so we get like a little bit of a little metallic ring. It's weird that sounds different like every time. Oh, probably because of the comb filter. Oh, hydrate. Good thing I caught that. This is the last of the water too. I can't believe I'm forgetting to drink water and you're actually reminding me to like stay hydrated. Who'd have thought? This I think could be maybe it just needs to be pitched up. Or we just use a different piece of source material like yeah, this one. Feels weirdly like low in pitch. I used the fart reward, now I don't know what to spend my points on anymore. I mean, there's always the cow suit. There's always the cow suit. There's always funny hats. I wonder how this sounds all together then. Because I'm pretty happy with how that is. The metallic bits in there could be a bit better. And that gunshot could be a bit better. Could have more of a, like a in there, don't you think? Kind of a nice slappy burst. And then I'm sure it could be, you know, sweetened up with some what's it called? White noise. I like using white noise a lot. I think I have a door in here somewhere. I have my oven. Wait, that's a better idea. Yeah, this old thing. I don't need it ringing out like that. This could use some of this business in there. Does it have Velveeta in it yet? It doesn't. It doesn't have Velveeta in it yet. Maybe it needs that. Maybe it does. Gunshot needs a little bit more crack to it. I agree. If you want to avoid an actual gun recording, something like an air-powered nail gun could reassert your idea of it being a pneumatic mechanism. Genius. Genius idea. Nail gun. Hold the phone. Please, internet. Oh. That one sounds like it's dying at the beginning. I like this first one that was there. Let's drag that in. That was a good idea. The nail gun? Oh. Who'd have thought? Not me, but you. I like how the oven sounds in there. I may not keep the distortion. Let's drag that right in there. Just showing up and say hi, tell you to keep going. Don't mind my Velveeta trolling. You could stand to either turn your mic up a tiny bit or the PC down a bit. Thank you. I can turn myself up. So I can turn myself up about 4 dB. So I'm up about 3 right now. But let me know if it needs to go a bit more. And I could turn my computer audio down the same. There we go. Thank you for letting me know, because I have no idea how I sound until I guess afterwards. But again, you know, Adam, I'm using the new MacBook and everything, so any help in getting me adjusted with how the levels are and stuff is greatly appreciated. I'm gonna mono that. Summit to mono. Mono, like mono's a verb. We can stick it right in there. I think I maybe don't want to pitch it down. That kind of fits. Maybe it could use a bit more volume in there. We could mess with the fader over here. I like that. It could use a bit more punch to it, I think. So we're gonna throw the drum bus on here. And crank that down a bit. And we're gonna compress it just a smidge. What's our headroom looking like? Atrocious. Doesn't need to be so loud. And then I'm curious. I'm not going to use it, but I'm just curious. Yeah, okay. We need a bit more of that crack in there. Around 2K is kind of where I find that like that sort of feeling is at. I might boost around 2K. And then we could cut just a bit about at 300. Just ever so slightly, though. Ooh, we boost. We don't have a lot of low end on this shot there. Maybe we go back to we scooch this a little earlier. Yeah, okay. Don't mind me just like recklessly EQing, but it does kind of sound a bit better. I think the gunshot could use a little bit of like reverb on it to give it more of a tail. I think the whole thing could honestly use a reverb. So as a little ender here, before I go too far over time, you can add in a bit of a reverb to everything. I should really color these, right? Make these just a little different, so we're not looking at the same things. And then I can actually do that from here, so I can let's adjust that reverb to be, I want it to be kind of like cinematically huge, but not that much on the highs there. We don't need that many lows in there either. I want kind of like a darker reverb. I think that fits. Let's just throw in just some starting values there. And let me unsolo that. So a bit much, I believe. And this, it's more of an intimate kind of, you know, clip there with the finger coming in. I'm gonna keep the reverb a bit low on that. And then this high zoom could be a bit more. And the gunshot. Yeah, we could do a little bit of just a smidge, whoops, of some mixing here. So like the loading is a bit loud. That doesn't need to be as loud. The eye zoom is, I think that the eye zoom is good. A bit loud. And then just to kind of, what's bothering me a little bit right now, just very quickly, because I am running out of time. There's like a weird gap between this loading shot sound and the trigger. There's like the little ka-chunk, and then there's a little pull on the trigger, but there's nothing bridging the two together. So it feels like there's a little bit of a hiccup in there. And so I want to just put like a whoosh. Try and make something very like cinematic. Yeah, this will work. We can reverse that. And then that's got a little squeak in there. I like reversing these whooshes a lot. They pull their weight. This can go out there. This could be a cooler whoosh. Yeah, this one's kind of neat. Yeah, and we can group this together in a little whoosh group. Again, we don't need to put too much emphasis on the whooshes, but I like how they're sounding. They're just a bit heavy in the lows. We look at them like super heavy in those like sub frequencies. So it could even just be worth to just compress them. This. Yeah. Hold on. We're gonna duplicate that. Undo that pitch shifting. And we're gonna make this one a bit quieter. Scooch it to the left just a tad. Because I like this for the gunshot as like a little lead in. It really kind of adds some anticipation to it. But I like this as a little transitional whoosh from the eye zoom to the shot. We don't need this to be super prominent. Just seeing how these sounds individually, and I think they all sound pretty good. The second whoosh is a bit loud. Yeah, I'm digging that. I think we did a good job. I'm good to call it there. I'm pretty happy with that. For two quick hours and 6 minutes and 15 seconds. This is pretty good. Like, and this is a we kind of situation, because I mean I was, clicking on things, but y'all were giving me suggestions for like the nail gun, the fart sounds, the Velveeta that we didn't use, the What else was in there? The white noise, um, comb filtering, other effects, chains, and stuff like that. Um, so yeah, this was a joint effort. And I think it came together pretty nicely. It's a bit rough, I'll admit. I think it's definitely worthwhile to go back and maybe do some tweaking and stuff while I'm not talking and diverting my brain power a bit. Um, but I think it sounds pretty good. I'll play it for you a couple times. You can play the original clip to compare it, and we can call it. So yeah, here's what we got done for today. Let me increase the video size there. So yeah, here was our redesign for this. Oh my god, my voice cracked a little bit. For one of Anna's little like play of the game intro scenes there. So yeah, here we go. I think it's kind of neat. Could use a bit more low end, I think. Um, at some of the beginning bits, it could, because it is kind of a very cinematic little scene, but it's a good start. It's a very good start. This was the original sound of the clip. It's a little bit more minimal. Interesting. The whooshes are super quick. And there's like such a faint sound for when she puts her finger on the trigger. Maybe that's kind of the way to go with it. The gunshots sound fairly similar. Which is, maybe they did use a nail gun for the original one. That wouldn't surprise me. Huh, that's something to think on. Depends on what you want to focus on. Yeah, I agree with that, because the original clip I think is more delicate and like sleuthy feeling. Where I think mine is a bit more aggressive, I guess. The way that I handled it is I went a bit not over the top, but I emphasized those quieter sounds a bit more. Yeah, the original seems like it emphasizes the sniper perspective a bit more. You're right. So again, different. That's kind of what I was saying. Like different styles for different different people and things like that. You know, Dad, I'm not sure. 'Cause I know Overwatch does play with the gender norms and things like that, but also I know it's been kind of like controversial a bit in the past. I don't know. I'm not super informed on it. I can look it up for you later. I can talk to you at dinner. Um, yeah, yours is about the drama. Yeah, I agree. Mine is a lot more like that kind of thing instead of the like patient sniper waiting in the grass kind of thing. Yeah, but I'll call it there. Thank you so much for everyone for stopping by. It was great. This was fantastic. Getting used to the new hardware, having things be, like working. Having things work is pretty nice. And I'll be back. I'll be back on Monday. I'm excited. I don't know what we're going to be tackling on Monday, but I'll find some more clips, and I'll keep y'all updated on what's going on with other redesigns. I can actually keep you updated on those things since I can swap between project files and stuff. I'll figure out how to mute my notifications. I'll do all of that good stuff. But for now, I will thank you. I will thank everyone and anyone that came into the stream for the whole time, a few minutes, a few seconds. Greatly appreciate it. I had a great time talking with people, working on this. Um, I think we did a good job. But I will be back on Monday, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Central. Hopefully, I can see you there. Otherwise, goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you. And goodbye.